Good morning. I'm Denny Jessick, and welcome to the next Blast from the Past, Emmett County's Blast of the Past. I'm here today to give you a brief summary of the annual viewing of the Little Traverse Bay Crucifix. Behind me out here on the Little Traverse Bay area, probably about 800 feet out or so, is the crucifix in about 21 feet of water. It all came about on August 12th, 1962 at the city dock located to my right over here, where over 300 people gathered for the dedication of that monument. It was to be put on a gravesite of a young man killed in a farm accident in Rapson, Michigan, up near the Thumb area, and that crucifix was to be placed over his gravesite. Unfortunately, in transit across the ocean, it was badly damaged, and when it got to the church, to where it was ordered from, the parents of the victim refused the monument and to send it back to Italy, where it was originally carved out of white Italian marble. It would have cost too much. So instead, it just sat out for a season by the Catholic Church in Rapson, Michigan, and the next season it was put up for an insurance sale. A Southern Michigan dive club called the Wyandotte Superior Marine Dive Club out of Wyandotte, Michigan, purchased it for $50, brought it back up here after repair. Approximately $900 was incurred in repairing the damages, and like I said, on August 12th, 1962, it was to be dedicated to the depths off of the Petoskey lighthouse, 1,200 feet out, 65 feet down. And since that time, divers from all over have come here to see that particular site, but the depth and the time of being submerged over 20 years, having it being buried just by time, it was decided by the Michigan Skin Diving Council to cut it loose from its original base, bring it to the Petoskey Marina. It sat one night, a new base was built, and the following day it was pulled to directly behind me, approximately 800 feet out, and set the next day, and that was in 1986. And since that time we have held annual viewings of the monument since that time. There's a lot of history that goes beyond that, and in fact when it was set 1,200 feet off the Petoskey Pier, the right arm was broken where it was originally fractured, and it sat on a desk of one of the original divers for over 30 years. My wife and I solved that mystery, and that's a whole different story there. And then the original story behind that, it was a young man killed in a car accident, and my wife and I also solved that mystery, and it was concluded later that it was not a car accident. It was a farm-related incident where a young man by the name of Gerald Shapinski, on his 15th birthday, was given a shotgun by his father. The family owned a commercial seed growing business in Rapson. The young man was sent out to the field to shoot some crows, supported the rifle in a vertical position, and in transit across the field, the gun slipped. It went between the brake of the tractor, stopped the tractor, of course, and then I think he probably reached down to grab it from falling, and it discharged, fatally injuring him. The father noticed that the tractor was just sitting in the middle of the field for a long time, went out there and found his deceased son. And that's the actual story of how that young man, that mystery there for that young man was solved. And we have pictures and history regarding the missing arm and the young man there. So this annual event that we hold has been wonderful. There have been people from all over the world who have happened to be in town that have been able to walk out there and see it. We dive. I work for the Emmett County Sheriff's Department as a Marine and snowmobile officer. Have done many dives out here day and night. Our goal was to get 3,000 people, and we've been able to get just slightly over 2,000 people walking out on the ice day and night to see the monument. It's quite a thing. The viewing is published in a newspaper when we find that the ice conditions are conducive to walking on the ice. Right now, with the jagged pack ice in there, it's not conducive to do that, and generally we hold it at the last part of February, first part of March, so we'll see what the ice conditions do. The Chamber of Commerce in Petoskey also calls me and asks when the potential date is going to be. So what we'll do is, as time goes on, in the next couple of weeks, we'll actually walk out there and see how good it is for safety, for thickness of ice and all. And then once it's determined, then we would publish that in the paper and then invite the general public to come out and see that. The viewing is done by having us chainsaw and by long crosscut saw a hole in the ice. Normally there are two holes. One is a 6-foot triangle for the divers to enter and exit, and the other hole is probably a 2 by 3 foot hole that a viewing box is placed over the hole with a shielding darkness so that they can look down through the viewing box, through the ice, and see the monument below. And now it's about 21 feet of water. Originally it was 24 feet of water.